time. I think this game is a pretty good matchup for the 49ers. It's at home, so it's not even in a loud stadium like the Saints Stadium has always been. I think this is another good matchup. This is the third straight team that cannot stop the run. They're allowing 4.5 yards per carry, so that bodes very well for the 49ers, who tend to gash you in the second half. Bodes very well for the 49ers, 4.5 yards per carry. So that's going to be, and again, the Rams are like one of the worst running teams in the league, and the Saints allowed the Rams to run for 4.9 yards per carry, and the Rams are a terrible running team. And they were playing at the end there, the Rams, with a quarterback who you probably know they're going to run it 95% of the time, and they were still not doing very well against the run. So that's a really, really, that's a weakness for the Saints that we're going to be able to exploit. But their pass rush is better than the Cardinals. Like, we saw that Cardinals pass rush be non-existent, and you had Jimmy Garoppolo sometimes in the pocket being just having 4 seconds. I remember one play, I counted 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. He had one time 4.5 seconds, about 4.5 seconds to throw the ball. So he had time. And he made use of that time. He played very well. But the Saints they have 32 sacks, while only blitzing 19.6% of the time. And I know these stats are kind of like, why does it really matter? Well, 32 sacks through 11 games, I believe, is 12 games, because the Saints haven't had their bye. It's like, I'm doing the math. I don't know why I'm doing the math. That's like a little more than 3 sacks per game. That's pretty good. They don't have a completely pushover pass rush. I think after seeing that Cardinals pass rush last Sunday, that was one of the worst that was one of the worst pass rushes I've seen from the Cardinals, or from a team this year. So that pass rush was not good. This pass rush is a little bit better, and they don't blitz very often, so they do get home. So that's a matchup where I'm a little scared to see Mike McGlinchey again. That guy is terrible. But I'm a little scared to see him against a good Saints pass rush. To discuss Chris Olave versus the 49ers. This guy plays a lot in the slot, and so he's not going to be covered by Charvarius Ward. He's a smaller, faster receiver. That guy could give the 49ers problems. He's been really good all year. Like, one of the top, I would say probably the top rookie, except for maybe Drake London, the top rookie receiver coming out of the draft this year. That guy's going to give him problems because he plays in the slot, unlike DeAndre Hopkins. I feel like if Marquise Brown would have been playing for the Cardinals, that game would have been a lot more closer, because I think the 49ers are a lot worse against slot receivers. And so that could be a guy that could give him problems. So look out for that matchup.